What's going on, folks? Blake from New Vision Security Services. And since we're hanging out, smoking some meat, why not talk about some fishing stuff? So, I wanted to talk about this because there's a lot of debate. And I was even one of those people like, no, I'm fine where I'm at. But in talking to my buddy, Captain Dave, of Captain Dave's Sport Fishing Charters down in Jacksonville, he said, hey, Blake, I know you're a spinning reel guy, but have you tried using a bait caster? And I said, yes, I bought one of those, a long time ago. I tried it. It was horrible. It was backlashing. I just sold it, was done with it, went back to the quick and easy of the spinning reel. But in this float rig fishing that I'm doing here in Savannah, he said, hey, listen, just be open-minded and receptive to what I'm going to tell you, and then just try it out for yourself and check it out. So I said, okay, Dave. So we had a conversation. First thing he recommended was the Ugly Stick Tiger Elite jigging rod. Now this one I have is a 6'6" medium, right? 6 foot 6 inch medium action Ugly Stick Tiger Elite. You can tell it's the Elite by this sort of, tannish brownish color that they have to it. They got fancy eyelets and all that hoopla, right? So I said, okay, Dave, rod, okay. He's a charter captain, folks. He only fishes in the coastal waters and the rock jetties. He's like, hey, this is what I use on my boat for my customers. This stuff gets used and abused, but Blake, it works. So I'm like, okay, man, got it. Got the rod. Okay, what else? He said, hey, for float rig fishing, I know up there here in Savannah, and you guys use the pop and cork and all that stuff, but have you tried float rig fishing? Float rig fishing, what is that, Dave? Okay. Float rig, right? Line, bead, your float, another bead, weight, and a leader down to your hook, right? Cast it out. The water is moving. Let the water bounce your bait wherever the water is going. Why? Because it's a natural presentation. The bait is moving with the water. Even live bait on its own is moving with the water. So hey, you want your bait to look natural and float through the water. Okay, makes sense to me, right? So, ordered these online. Got the weights locally from a River Supply and Thunderbolt there. Great place. I'm telling you, I try to support local business as much as possible, and River Supply and Thunderbolt is the place to go. If they don't have it, they will order for you and have it within a day or two. Cut and dry. They take the time to they will stand there with you. It doesn't matter if there's 5 people waiting. They will take care of you individually before they move on to the next customer. And that is what local business is about, folks. All right. So, got all that ordered. And while I was at River Supply and Thunderbolt there, I picked up this. So this is the Abu Garcia Ambassador C3 6500 level wind reel. And level wind meaning that it has that guide that as you crank it, that guide goes back and forth and puts the line back on the spool, or comes off the spool level. It floats back and forth and does its thing. So Dave recommended a one that he uses, but I could not find it locally, and I'm big about buying things locally. If I have an issue, I can just walk in there and say, hey, here's the issue I'm having. They're either going to fix it or replace it right on the spot, and I'm done with it, right? So, hence why I just shopped and said, hey, they've got this one locally. It came up with good reviews, so I went there, they had it, got it. But let me tell you, people will get into heated debates on spinning reels and conventional reels or bait casting reels, right? I was one of those people until now. Here's what made the difference for me. The tackle department at River Supply, they know their stuff. I spoke to him on the phone, told him the type of fishing that I do. He said, Blake, come on in and see me. We got something here for you. We'll set you up. Don't worry about it. Went in there, talked with him a little more, and picked this reel because it fit my style of fishing. Okay? Not only did I pick this reel, but then we went into the type of line to spool on the reel. So this is 50-pound Power Pro. The reason why I went with the heavier line is because the heavier line gives more control, especially for someone like me, who this is technically my first, like me putting real effort into a conventional reel or a bait casting reel. The heavier line, you have to worry about backlashing less, and it lays on the water better. And when you're float rig fishing and you need to let more line out, right? You can push this button here and just, let as much line out as you however you want your float rig to float. Let it go, right? But setup is key. They even helped me set up, this how much friction is on the reel, so that when I push the button and the line drops, when the line hits the water, the spool stops spinning. Folks, I'm telling you, I didn't backlash not one time because I went to the professionals and they took the time to help me set this up. I went in there with the knowledge that Captain Dave gave me, and I gained more knowledge from the people at the counter. I'm not saying that Bass Pro or what else we got, West Marine or one of them aren't capable folks, but I chose to go to the local business and have them take the time to help me set this up properly. And in doing so, I took it out fishing. I didn't backlash not one time. So for all of you out there that hate or have either hate them because and not ever used it, you just hate it because it doesn't look right to you, or you hate it because you tried it and it frustrated you, re-look at your setup. One of the things I learned, when you get a conventional reel or a bait casting reel, okay, and you go to set it up, do not try to fish with it with like a 1/4 ounce weight or jig head. It's too light. It's too light. I got a 2 ounce float, a 2 ounce weight. Perfect combination for training. Because that's what I am. I'm in training on how to properly fish with a conventional reel. All right. So, and I've been on Captain Dave's on his YouTube channel, and people give him the conventional reels, this and that. But I'm here to tell you, just from me, okay, I used it, and I actually have more control over my float rig with this reel than I do with a spinning reel. Why? I don't have to leave the bail open or, do something funky with my fingers. That's what the reel is designed for. Right? Everything is here. Everything is here. The button, the spool, just let a little bit of line out. You can control it with your thumb, or you can push the button and just, hand ran out. But folks, I'm here to tell you, I think part of the problem is you are not setting your setup up correctly. One of those key things I'm going to reiterate again, this right here. If you starting off with a bait casting reel and you trying to learn a conventional reel, do not go out there with an itty bitty 1/4 ounce jig head, trying to jig with it, because when you cast it, it's in the wind. It's in the wind. It's not enough weight to pull the line off smoothly. And when you set the brake up, right, with this knob, there's enough tension there so that way when that hits the water, the spool will stop spinning. I didn't even have to thumb this. Okay, we pre-did a little setup, and then when I got on the water, I just sat there on the boat, casted it, let it hit the water. Okay, that was a little too much. Okay, that's not enough. And then I just adjusted it and dialed it in. So, proper setup, folks. Remember, proper setup. Adjustment here. And don't go out there trying to learn with an itty bitty weight. 2 ounces. As you can see, there's a 2 on there. 2 ounces. That's what I started with. And in paying attention to the knowledge that Captain Dave gave me and the local tackle marine shop here, River Supply, listening to the man behind the counter when he's talking and not thinking I knew it all, and it's helped me to be successful. All right, so I just wanted to do this video real quick since we hanging out with the smoker smoking. And hey, if you have any questions or any comments or whatever, please feel free to leave them down below. I try to respond to the comments as quick as possible. All right, once again, I'm Blake from New Vision Security Services, and thank you for watching our channel. Thank you for tuning in, and have a blessed day.